Hey, what's up there, guys? What's up, Cesar? You're not in the Philippines, Cesar. What are you eating, though? Some Filipino food? Got some good stuff. What's up, Vincent? I try to keep the music fresh. So what should we work on today here? We've got a couple things we can work on. So I had an idea last time I was on this game. It was to make a redesigned tower screen that uses the large portraits. Because the current one looks kind of bland with the small portraits. Kind of wonder why they did that. Alright, to do that, we're going to have to probably rearrange the stage for the tower. So what I've got here, I've already got the stage layout for the tower. That's quite a bit of data. So to do that, we would have to replace or add this data for the background, rearrange it, stuff like that, to make it fit our larger portraits. And we don't really have a whole lot of space to work with in this game to begin with. We have let's see, so this is the RAM here. See, a lot of this stuff is, all this is used. We have some sections in there that we can use. We have a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. But that is it. So rearranging that background would take up a lot of data. So the best thing to do would probably start looking into where to relocate the bios, because the bio images takes up about 60% of the RAM. Alright, so these, this is the beginning of, this is probably Kano's first frame of his intro for his bio. If I remember correctly, this is the width, this is the height, and this may be the frame count, and I think this might be the palette count, and this is the beginning of the first palette. So I'm going to go through and just mark these so we get a nice plot of the structure here. Kano bio. Frame 0. This format follows what we still see in UMK3, by the way. What it is there's a palette limitation of 64 colors. So what they do is they combine the image with multiple palettes, as you can see here. And then when we get about, I'm trying to remember the data size here, but it's about 17, 18 bytes here, which is the actual header for the the image data itself. So, you see here, this is the palette count. So we have 3, and the index always starts at 0, so we have 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the size, the dimensions of the frame for Kano's first image, 6C by 51. And if we wanted to verify that, we can go over here. Let's do snap mk bio. We'll open that up real fast. And we'll go here. Let's get our let's get a bio here, and we also have to change our pixel ratio to 0.9. There we go, that's better. So, alright, so what do we have? With 6C by 51. So our width is 108. So it's 108 by 81. So that is almost perfect, but we do have, looks like 1 pixel. I think it's 1 pixel short. 6C51. My unless the top frame is black and I just can't see it, which could be. That could be so, because we know that pink's gonna come with this, and also looks like that is yep, so that is right. But there looks to be like a 1 pixel off, which it could be just the image probably doesn't fill the bezel. I'm assuming all the way up to the bezel. That's alright, because if it's black, you don't even notice. Alright, so that's that. That solidifies that for the most part. So what are we going to do with these? Should we try to... I want to get more space. Should we try to offload these onto the graphics side and repoint them to the graphics? I think that's what I'm going to try to do here today. We're going to try to do that because these BIOS take up 60%, roughly 60% of the RAM. So let's try and do that. Alright, so let's go over here and I thought I had these already bookmarked. Let's see, bio. Nope, I don't have none of that. We do have the Goro bio bookmarked as well, so you can see the similarities here with the header information. This is 18C by FC. It also has 4 palettes. Count to 0 for the index. 18 FC1, 6C12. Trying to figure out why this one's got dimensions. Cam. 18 by FC1. Okay. This number here, just realized this is the frame, probably the frame count. So I'm guessing there's 12 frames for Kano's bio. So let's do this. Let's find the pointers for the BIOS. I thought I did that already, but I guess I didn't. I didn't mark them. It's going to be kind of hard to do because there's going to be a lot of these guys here. Actually, there's only 6. Okay. Oh. What do we got here? What are these? Oh, darkened steps. Okay. So we might have... Okay, so it's going to be more... The pointers are a little bit different. So FF80. So let's do a search up here for 6C00. 5100. Alright, so these are all... Okay, so this must be the start of probably Johnny Cage's. I think he's character ID number... Let's see. I might have my IDs mixed up. Johnny Cage... let's see. Let me check my reference here. Yeah, Cage is 0, so Kano is 1. So Kano, this might be the start of Kano's here, so I got to... Let's do this. Let's do a watch point on that. And while that's running in the background, we'll see when that breaks. I'm pretty sure that's going to be... let's do another... And let's do a watch point on this one. We'll see which one breaks and who is who. But I think I got these mixed up. I think these are going to be Johnny Cage's ballots. Sonya. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't notice, I have fixed the factory bug. There's a code error. When the game starts up, it's supposed to randomize the character IDs for the bios. So no longer will you always have Kano. Or Johnny Cage is number 1, whoever they usually did. Speed up the game there. Till we get another bio to break. Yeah, I figured it would. I'm going right back to it. Okay, so we're breaking here on Johnny Cage. That is watch point 1. So that is indeed Johnny Cage's stuff. So let's go through and fix these. Alright, that's Cage. Cage. Cage and Cage. Alright, so down here, this one should be Kano. We're gonna let it run some more. And hopefully we get Kano popping up here. You turn the volume down on this. So we just have to plot out this data here for the BIOS. That way we know what to try to convert over to the graphics ROMs. And look at that, we got Kano, which is 2. So that indeed is Kano's. So it looks like they're all going to be 6C. We got 7 occurrences, and the hex editor for those dimensions that were found. So it's safe to say that these are going to go in character ID order, which is Kano, Cage, Raiden, Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Sonya. Alright, so what we'll do is, let's just do it like this. We'll do bio, and then that's Cage, and we're just gonna do the main data there. That's Kano. And this is who is this? Raiden, I think is 2. And then we got Kang here for ID 3. And then we have Scorpion. There goes my R's and my R's and my P's. Always getting them mixed up there. 4 is Scorpion. Character ID 5 is Sub-Zero, and last is Sonya. So there's our bios plotted out. Alright, so let's do let's search for one of these addresses. I'm sure it's going to lead us to the array that the character bios are calculated from. So what do we got here? Let's see, 10 4B89FF, and there we go. Alright, so FF89 is... here's the array right here. Here's Kano's, there's Cage. And I bet if we go here to FF8E, that's probably going to be Raiden's. FF8E B000. Yep, that's Raiden. So we can take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And look at that. They have empty places. 7 or 3 more characters. Look at that. How nice of them. So why not just do all that like that? There we go. We'll do character bios as the bookmark there. Actually, let's rename them to Fall in Suit Array Character Bios. Alright, so that's that. This array, let's grab that address over there, and I always like to update anything I can find in here just in case. Alright, so that's logged. There's a lot of logging going on when you do this kind of stuff. It's tedious, but in the long run it helps you. Especially when you're going between the same style of games. A lot of it converts between all the MK games, the first 3 games, 4 games. All the 2Ds. Alright, so that's that. So we can do a simple test here. We can change one of these pointers to point to a graphics ROM. But what works a little, what's a little different about the program ROM is the bytes are reversed. So I'm wondering if we were to transfer those over, if we would have to do that. That's going to be the interesting part, but I think we can get it to work, but what's going to be needed is what I'm wondering. But it sounds like fun, so let's do it. Let's do, where are we at? Bank 2, I think? Yeah, Bank 2 is our custom. We got all this data here we can use. Alright, so let's see. We know where Kano's bio starts, and we know where Cage's starts, so we know where we can start grabbing data. So let's try Cage here. Question is, how much do we want to carry over there? Keep the pallets over here. There is a calculation done to determine the start. Let's see. I'm trying to remember, because I've been through this. I want to say on MK3. Alright, so let's do this. We'll get a better understanding here. This is reading Kano's bio right here. So, best thing we can do is let's put a breakpoint there and we'll save our state. So we can come back and revert to this. See, so A6 is loading in. A8's our pointer for its location, which is FF89 4B10. So it advanced 10 after it dropped off looks like the width of the image. So it's dropping the width of the image off in A6. Next is going to be the height, which is in A1. 4 is going to be 16, which I think are the frames. So Kano at this point has 4 more frames than Cage, if I'm right on that. And last, A7 is the pallet count. So let's do this. Let's recognize and define this as a routine. And let's do a category here. Let's just make a new one here. Makes it easier to see. We can do bio process the header, and that looks like it's going to be FFDE. Actually, let's not do bio because, well, it could be used for any method in the game that displays a large image. So let's be a little more vague. Let's do image process header, because that's probably used on Goro's bio as well, but it's probably going to be used also on the stories at the end of the game, stuff like that. So we'll just name it image. That is FFD. I'm sorry, FFDE 9910, and we'll just recognize as call, and 8 equals pointer to header, and that's good for now. So it's going to take our height, put it in a B3, and from experience I can tell you that's going to be the loop counter, the terminator for drawing the image. It's going to draw the image line by line from top to bottom, and it's going to check B3 to see if it's over, and A6, let's transfer over to B9 as well. So we can also mark this we can mark this as process bio. Actually, let's do image display. That's probably going to be used all together, so 8050. What we can do is we can Oh, that's good. That probably does use it. It's probably used for the stories and stuff as well. So, image display. What's up, JK? Yeah, it would be funny if there's unused bio in there. We might be able to. It's going to take a lot of data though to do interloco. That's a lot of data to consume. Not really sure if it's worth it, but we'll see. We got a lot of stuff we want to do before we do a bio. I mean, sure, you'd like to have Shang Tsung or maybe Reptile or Fujin. All right, so let's see what the next routine is. All right, looks like this is going to process one of the bio palettes. So you can see one of our routines in here, or locations in RAM is calling for the palette list. And so I'm just going to grab the location of the palette list. And what it's doing now, it's grabbing the 20 offset from the beginning of the palette list, and that's pretty much going to look for a location that's not used. So right now the first one it pulled is a 1, so it's not an empty index or an empty slot in the palette index list. So it's going to jump, it's going to add 40, it's going to go back up, and from the loop counter there's only, what's that, 3C? What is 3C? Tells you how many pallets it can hold. 60 pallets in the pallet index. So this one's 0. So it's going to go ahead and it's going to look a little further here. It's going to pass the first step. It's going to move A7 into A14, which remember was, well, that's a pallet count. Okay. So we have to move the pallet count for our image to A14. And it's going to slide over 3 is pallet count. Got A7 and A14. Okay, so it's going to assign an index. 2, 3. So is it assigning a pallet index already from? That's weird. I would have thought the pallet index would have been 101 since the second slot that it checked for open was index 1, but I suppose I'm going to pull a pallet here. What is FFD? Do I not have the process pallets? I'm pretty sure. Or do I have it as index? Do I have a palette routine? Sure I do. It seems like that's what it's going to do. It's going to process a palette, format palettes, apply character palette, palette change bulk, palette create index. This loads a palette ID from AO and transfers to RAM and creates an index of A0. This is our normal palette creation. This one might be something to do with bulk. So let's go in here. A5 is 104, 20. Drop it not 0. Okay, it's palette update list. So this one, we don't have a palette in A0 like we would normally have with our palette create index, our normal palette creation routine. Let's see, what is that address anyways? FFCD, FF89 4B60. Let's go. FF89 4B60. Yeah, that is so A8 is where our pallet location address currently resides. Oh yeah, so this is where it's going to make the pallet list. Looks like this is going to be pallet update list. Okay, yeah, so it is still getting pallet index 101. So I'm not sure what the 303 was all about, but that 3 came from the image header. So it'd be interesting to find out. So this is marking the, this is incrementing the value that tells us how many times this pallet is used, how many objects are using it. Alright, so that's our size. I'm going to add A2. Ah, okay, so this is where it's calculating where the next pallet comes from. It's sliding over our size. A28, 4F60, and then it's going to decrement A7, which is the value that tells us how many pallets we have to process, and it's not equal to 0, so it's going to jump back up, and it's going to get the next pallet location. So let's do this. Let's mark this. Pallet creates, not index, but pallet create. We can do index, but we can add on to we can call it, we'll name it bulk. FFDE. Actually, no, let's not do bulk because that. Name it image. Because that routine itself only does one pallet. It's the outer lying routine that loops and makes it do more than one. So we'll just call it image. Alright, so it's going to go through. It's going to do 3 pallets. Alright, it's going to move AO into B14. B101, move B14 into B4. Commit B14. Alright, so B14 is not 0, so it's not going to jump. If it were 0, it would jump to 98 CO, which is way up here. And we can't see it. We're at the limit. Alright, 7FFF into A14. That's the hex. That's the 5-bit hexadecimal value for white. I don't know if that's actually a color that they're grabbing or creating, or if that's something else. Then we're going to jump over here. You see these set F flags? This is what determines the default amount of data that it's going to work with. You can set it to whatever size you want, 10, 20, 8. Oops. Alright, so we're back at our routine there. I got to, when we work with pallets like that, we have to step over the routine. A lot of times you'll get redirected out of it. before you return. There's some DSJS loops in there that kind of do that to you. So there we go. So we jump over it. Let's put a breakpoint there. Alright, so that plays our routine, that whole, so let's do that. Let's do routine, biography, that's FFC7, 81FO. I think we've got all that we need to try to transfer this over to the graphics ROMs and try to run it from there. Alright, so if we save this, let's do a reset here. Reload our symbols. Alright, there's our image display, image process header. There's our palette create index image. Bibliography. Gonna do a screen fade here. Let's do this. We'll loop this again because I want to see the beginning of that. So FFC8, C2AO. I'm banking that get PC into A7 is one word. Okay, great. So what? So we'll be able to return. Okay, so this is the start of the bio. So we should probably actually, I started naming these SEQ for sequence. Show bio. So we'll go with that. And that is ECFO, and that is the XGPC jump, and that should be all we need for there. Alright, so move AO into here's our stage load for our background. Screen draw. Enable. Alright, so let's identify this one as actually, where's our screen draw? Let's do There we go. So this is going to kind of clash with our current RAM symbol there, enable BG refresh. So we have to name it something else. Should probably do. Let's do this. BG enable, and then we'll rename that as a flag because that's all it is. We've got FFC8, 9680. I'm surprised we don't have a similar routine right above it that disables it. Actually, this is doing more than just. Alright, let's see what all this is doing. This is clearing our stage data. So we're enabling background refresh, wiping stage layer data. Looks like we're also formatting all of our object tables. Alright, so let's do wipe stage layers and object structures. Okay, we'll go with that. And that is FFC8, 9680. A lot of documenting. Alright, so anyways, let's get out of this stuff because I can do this all day. Oh, wait, we've got another one. Is this... Wait a minute, that's not an array, that's defined. So I don't know what this array is, but let's nab this one real fast. FC70. Oh shit. I accidentally closed the ROM. So let's go back in FFC9 3280. Oops, I'm sorry, that's the wrong spot. Hey, calm down. FFC8, what was that? FC70. There we go. So let's see what this points to here. This is, it's right before a bunch of the characters' names are listed here. So it's an array for pointers of all these, are these bio stories, maybe? Let's read some of this stuff. We got Johnny Cage, okay, we got Dead, Corruption Sun. Oh, look at this. It's funny, they got the names here. got a Shanksai and Goro, but no bio for them. But this could be used for, you know, any place throughout the game. But here's Johnny Cage's bio, and then here's Kano's, and then Raiden's. So, yeah, we'll call that array bio stories. Yeah, my son's in my office with me. He's playing Portal 2, so once in a while I gotta tell him to calm down. He's a little excited. Let's see, this is array. Actually, we've got two arrays here. Let's do array character names, and that is going to be the FFC8, FC70, and then I bet the other one is let's see, so we got for 8-bit, 8 times 48 maybe, so we got 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we gotta back up a little bit because I think that other one's gonna run. I want to say that's it. Let's see, we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be the 8 characters. And this FFC90250. That starts right after Shang Tsung, right into Johnny Cage's bio. So yeah, this is definitely 2 arrays, it seems like. So we'll separate it like that. And we'll do array bio stories there. Alright, so sorry you guys are stuck on the other screen over here, but I'm back. Array, and those was bio stories. FFC8, FD, I could have just pasted. There we go. Alright, so we can do also is, let's check out, I know I keep digging into more stuff, but things just keep popping up here. So 105.33.90 is our current process structure. We go in here, we can see our process ID is 5. So let's put that, in there as tracked mode. And since we know a little bit more about it, we can say that we can do offsets. Like for instance, 1EO is going to equal the character ID to show bio. See right here, it's getting it from 1EO. So we know that. So we can put. Well, what if we put something that wasn't normal? What if we put something that was out of the ordinary here? 3168. Let's see where that takes us. Oh, okay. That's the one. Okay. That's the sans bio. You see it here. That is what we saw on the cutting room floor. So if we were to put that address into this calculation here, AO equals that. It's going to move that into stack point to preserve it because it's going to process the string header. Then it's going to pull it back out because we got to have our string after we do that. And looks like we have another array here, so we're going to get that too. So we got FFC8. I think this is probably what we just ID'd in the stories, but I want to make sure. FFC8 FD90. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So actually, our character's name is going to say Sans Bio instead of Sans Bio in the bio. You'll see that in a minute. Alright, let's play it. Oh, it didn't say it. It's interesting. Oh, you know what? There it is. It's flickering. That's weird. Yeah, it said it, but didn't. Alright, so yeah, we'll get those combo displays as well. Actually, I think you guys might have missed it. I was on the other screen, so let me do this. Okay, so yeah, it does the image processing on the main screen here as well. And it's going to show bio here. And AO is going to be our character ID. Let's go down the list here. Let's go down here. Alright, so AO equals, let's do AO equals 7 for Goro. 3168, was that the same number I used last time? Yep, sure is, 3168, so that's going to be the Sans. It's weird how it runs it twice, so it seems like it's not right. We got two. Let's see, it's 105, 3390. I didn't catch the first one. Okay, so it's running. Okay, I see why it does it twice, because it has two different strings that it's running. Alright, so that's that. Seems Sonia's bio is a lot shorter than the rest of them. Alright, speaking of finding unused stuff, let's see, we can probably find a little bit of unused stuff here. Let me see what I can. 0, 0, 0, 40, 0, 0. Now there's going to be character stories and ending in here as well. So let's do this. Let's set a breakpoint and let's figure out all these character stories here. Alright, so let's do breakpoint there. Let's get rid of these other ones. And what we'll do is reset it, and we'll plug in these values we found just to see. That's Kano. That's Raiden. That's Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya. And that one's Goro's bio there. Quite a few of them in here, so it's going to be interesting. What's this one? MK title screen. Okay, we've got that one. Alright, so here's our first one we're going to do. 2E90, is that the one for Goro? Let me go double check real fast. Make sure I got the right, like we're plugging it in here at the right spot. Okay, yeah, that is Goro. So 2E90 is Goro. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace Goro with this value. Let's do a save state there, or a breakpoint, and then we're going to state. Hey, calm down. State save here. It's having a little too much fun over here. That's Cage in Hollywood. So, is that the way his ending is? I don't recall. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Yeah, okay. I guess it's been a while since I beat it with Johnny Cage. Alright, so we know that's Cage. Cage ending 1. And that is, we'll just go story. Cage 0, because we're going to have 2 different ones. So let's go on to the next one. This is probably his second one that's going to come into play here. So that's A8 equals. Alright. That's Kano's, okay. So this is storyboard 1. It's going to go by character ID. Sup, Neo? Hey, calm down, bud. Alright. Alright, so we'll do, oops, wrong button. We don't want to paste. Definitely don't want to paste. Story. Kano 0. Alright. Look at all these. We've got all these. Actually, where is this one? I lost my spot. We're at 77664. 77664, but there is not a 77664. What's going on over here? Seven 7664. That doesn't exist on my. Alright, that's odd. For some reason, this location here, which is 77664. You know what? What if I got taken out because I accidentally pasted something over it? So in that case would have 79,524. Alright, so we'll move on to that one. Yeah, 880. This should be, what, Raiden? Yeah, okay, so we got Raidens. I'm pretty sure all these are just on, these are all on par to what they normally are. Yep, that looks normal. And that's normal. So I'll put story 0, and I think it's probably 6. Say we can go down the line and do all of these. That way we can get those out of the way. So we got Raiden. Let's see, we've got alright. Let's see, where were we? We were doing that's Raiden's. And next we're gonna have Kang, and that's gonna be 0. And then next we got the Scorpion, and we've got 0. And we've got Sonya. So the next one I'm guessing is going to be second storyboard of each character. So we should have Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage's second one next. Yep, that's what it is. So we'll go ahead and we'll do all those. So we have we've got some more. So hopefully find some is a little different, but I'll mark it down. I'm sure it's Sonia's story. The second one, 82 by 62. Alright, let's plug that in and see what we get, just to verify that we're on the right pattern here. Okay, yep. Alright, so let's see what else we got here. May have values that aren't even image headers, which looks to be the case here. Those definitely aren't. But that's not. Alright, that's not one. Nor is that, nor is. Wait a minute. No. Yeah, we got a bunch of values that aren't image headers. Yep, and that's it. So, unfortunately, there's no extras are hidden, at least underneath that search format. What's up there, Valentino? Alright, so alright, so we got those. Let's try to plot some of these onto the graphic side and see what we can do. So we got bank 2, and then we also have there we go. Okay, great. So throne chair that HSB Gen created for us. $8 bigs per pixel. I wonder if we can get that down. Maybe do some, press that a little bit. Alright, so what I want to do is, let's go back through that image routine, because I got to see where exactly. We want to probably keep, it's going to be tricky because I think once it gets to this header, this information here, it's expecting palettes to precede it immediately. And then I think the image, there's an image header, like the one for the actual indexes of the image, I think comes after the palettes, and then we have the image data after that. So we can, let's see, first of all, how much free space do we have? Oh, some more stuff we want to put in the game, that's for sure. 844,000 bytes. Nice chunk to have. So it looks like we can fit 80% of this ROM inside of what our graphics open area is, since we got about a little over a million bytes. So that's great. We definitely have the room to put some of this onto the graphics side, so we can have some more free space. The question is, how are we gonna do it? It's gonna take some trickery. It's gonna take some custom code, because this data is probably expected to be in reverse bytes. So let's do this just for shits. Let's go ahead and let's take all of Johnny Cage's data here. Oops, wrong button. Let's go back over here. Copy as hex text. And how many bytes was that? 233, 149. I want to say this is the right one. Let me double check. Okay. I think I have a different one here. Let me swap bytes, range 32 bits. Character swap bytes. Swap bytes. That. No, it's not it. Let's just record one real fast. So we're just going to swap the bytes around. Really fast. And I recorded that wrong. Let me try again. Alright, I think that might work. So we got 233, 149. 233, 149. So what do we got here? 233, 149. Two less bytes, so it's 147. 47. It's not gonna divide equally. 116, 573. Let's see what that does. that'd be interesting. Yeah, it's not gonna let us do it. 6C. You know, I actually think I got a script for this. Let's see. I think I do anyways. Yeah, okay. I thought so. So let's do it this way. This is not the hard way. Copy that. Paste that. And we'll come in here to our scripts. Binary byte swap. So we got 6C. Alright, perfect. So there's our new data. And let's copy that data into our graphics. This is just for a test here. Test cage bio. Not sure how this is going to work. But assuming everything is read from the, you know, what's different about this, and I remember, is a lot of those, like an MK2, the bio images on that, it would have the palette and stuff on the program side, but then it would have an array that looked up the images, which would reside on the graphics banks. Alright, so let's get, let's close that out. And all we have to do is, so this is all, so we're gonna have to snag an address from that. So that's our address. And what we also need is, copy that, we'll take this over to, where was that at? Was that, yeah, it's one line below it, so we'll go over here. I have two different sets I work with for the graphics. I have just the bank itself, and then I have the entire graphics that I work with, and that's to get an address, a proper address for it. All right, so let's try this. Let's unenter leave. I think we're working with 17s, right? UG 17. I don't recall if it was G's or 17s first. Let's double check here. UG 17, UJ 17, yeah. 17 and 22s. Oh, you know what? I goofed up. Goofed up. Let me try this again. Alright, so we need that bin, and we also need B that bin. There we go. Yeah. I just saw your questionnaire, Abyssus. There you go. That's all right. So let's finish chopping up these graphics here. So we got UG17, UJ17. And we can close A. A's done. 17's done. We'll chop up B. And we'll do UG22. And we'll do UJ22. And we want, let's get this breakpoint so we can use this to substitute. And that is FFDE 9310. Alright, so that's that. Our 22's done. Our B side's done. Let's open this back up. Let's put a breakpoint there. And let's cross our fingers.
Raiden.
Fast forward till we get to our breakpoint. Alright, so there's our breakpoint. We will state save 9 here, and then A8 we want to equal it's gonna be an odd number. I wonder how it's gonna handle it. Well, let's see what happens. She crashes. See if we can figure out why. Alright, so nothing being done with this here. Nothing with that. Nothing with that. Alright, we process the image. So let's see where it's pulling. So this is gonna tell us what's going on. So 6. Oh, it's pulling 6COO. Oh, you know what? Let's see, 6COO. So maybe it doesn't have to be backwards here. And A1 is 5100. Oh, okay. 1200 should be 12. Okay. So let's do this again. I would have never imagined it could have been as simple as copying and pasting it from one bank to the other, but you know, if that's what it is, That's what it is. I'm alright with that. So let's see, bank 2, and then we will paste. We should have 006C now instead of. Yep, there we go. So let's uninterleave these. Let's try this again. So we got A, and we've got B. 2. That would be amazing because we can just literally just take out all those, change the pointers, and it would be a ton of new space. That'd be huge. Alright, so we've got 17 and 17. And we've got 22 and 22. If you hear goats at my house, you know my son's playing Goat Simulator. I don't really have any goats. Let's see, we discard that. We can. Alright, so that should be that. Let's fire back up and let's try it again. Alright, so let's do a state save 9, and then we'll do A8 equals our new address. And let's see what happens here. Let's first thumb through the process header. 6C is looking good. 51's looking good. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That's pulling graphics from the graphics side instead of the program side. It's amazing. Alright, so you know what we're doing now. We're relocating all those biographics over to the graphics side so we can free up some space on the program side. So another way to look at it is, if we can do that, we can probably run code from the graphics side also, because it's not reverse bytes. But the bad thing about running code from the graphics side is when you chop up a graphic bank, you gotta interleave it in 2 sessions, making 4 different files instead of just doing 2. So it's kind of a hassle if you're going to be doing it that route, but I think it's best to move the graphics over because that's something we're not going to deal with. We're just going to move it over. We're going to set it and forget it. Alright, so that's great. So what we'll do here is we'll go back over here. There's our bank 2. There's Cage's bio. Alright, so I guess full speed ahead, Captain. Let's move them. And here we go. Unsigned byte. See you later. So we got here, we've got down to Rating is what, 1D6? Okay. So these are all back to back to back. What is Goro? Do we want to mess with Goro? C5 D0. So I got a better way of doing this. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's find that header first, and let's find the array real fast just to see. Let's see, array nameplates, array a story, array array bio stories. There we go. And that doesn't look right though. FFC8, FFDO. No, that's not array bio stories. That is array fighter names. Let's see. Alright, well, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to find it. I don't know why I can't find it all of a sudden. There it is. What is this bookmark? Is it down further? Character bios. Okay. Bio images. That's a little bit better. Alright, so we updating that. So let's put that down there. Alright, so we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have the one for Goro, which is, go back over here and grab this, FFAE2E90. Alright, so the thing with this is, I'm not sure the data length on some of these. It's easier to tell on the other ones because I had the next story come right in line with it. So let's see if we have that. $67, 6B. I'm gonna say yeah. It's gonna say 67C. Okay, so that's the story for. Okay, so we do the story, and we do a lot of that over on the graphics side. Yeah, so it's some space add-on, by the way. That's what you're hearing. He's got a goat with a jetpack on. I don't know what he's doing with it, but he's got a goat with a jetpack. That's what you're hearing in the background. Alright, so we've got the stories. Oh, wow, all of these. So what we got to do is we got to be careful with the pointers. That's our main thing. We got to make sure we get our pointers right. These are for the bios. So we've got the bios. The bios are all good. Let me put this back because it erased it when I deleted it. So it looks like these are all in succession here. Let's do. Let me get my values over here. It's nice to see the size of them. Alright, so going down the list here, you can see there's not a big gap in between the data addresses where they start. So it's pretty safe to say we can take these over in one chunk and do away with them. So first let's do the BIOS. Since we've got our BIOS out here, we can update these. So we're going to do that by going, oh damn it, did the wrong window. Alright, so we know we've got the BIOS. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here at the bottom where Goro is. And we should select all that. For now we're just going to copy it. We don't want to take it out now because alright, just checking. Okay, looks good there, so let's paste it back. And we'll mark these like they should. Cage's bio. And what we'll do is we'll do 6C00, 5100. And these are going to be our, we're going to use these for our bookmarks. So this is bio, Kano. Bio, who's next? Not Kang, we've got to do Raiden's next. Hold on, let me fix this, it's bugging me. Kano, Raiden, so we've got and then we've got Kang. Scorpion. Sub-Zero. And last but not least, we've got Sonya. What's up, Thiago? How you doing, man? We are transferring a lot of the graphics that's been put on the program side over to the graphics side to make more room to do more cool stuff on Mortal Kombat. Alright, so let's get our addresses here. This is the important part. So we've got Cage. So we've got Cage. So Cage is, that's his bio. We'll get Kano's here. That's awesome. I thought I was gonna have to flip the bytes, but you know, whatever. It's easier than I thought. Alright, it's Raiden. We got Kang. Oops, wrong address. Scorpion. Wrong address again. Let's try it again. Sub-Zero, and we've got Sonya. Alright, so those are those pointers, so all I have to do here is that's a GMK3, we don't need that. Alright, so I just got to plug these in. So Cage's new location would be ED80 0498. And we have 3890 0482 9080 0487 5AO 04A 04, what was that? F5AO 04AF, okay. And we got 93 DO 04BA and 4410 04BF and AC50 04C3. So there we go. There's our character bio is relocated. Hello there, Vargas. Alright, so those are that. What we also have to do still is we have to copy this to our bank 2 side, because this is the one we're going to actually chop up. Kind of tedious, but worth it. Alright, so now we have our BIOS flipped over from the program side to the graphic side, so we freed up a ton of space. Let's see, so I'll show you how much space we've got actually freed up here. So let's go back over to the game. All this highlighted stuff is all the data that we have just freed up. And honestly, we probably don't have to do any more. This is all the data we just transferred over to the graphic side, which should have been there to begin with. So all the way down to here, so freed up 378,322 bytes. That's a good amount of data. Alright, so just like that, all this is free. Honestly, if you think about it, we got that's about 30%. That's a good chunk of data already. Just those intros. And we probably leave it there because we'll leave. That'll leave us more room for more graphics because we've got. Leave us with almost 500,000 bytes for graphic data if we want to add some graphics. More graphics to the game, which we definitely plan on putting some more in there. Alright, so just for test purposes, let's chop this up. And run it through the gauntlet and do all the BIOS, make sure they all work. Alright, so that's one. I guess we've got to do it twice on these ROMs that are interleaved every 4 bytes. Or actually every byte, but there's 4 ROMs. Alright, so A's done. Let's do B. And that is 22. And 22. And B's done, so that should be our and let's uninterleave our program ROM. G12 and UG12. And let's run it. Let's see. That's awesome. Alright, so let's go and find a breakpoint here. And let's go down to our BIOS. I'll put a breakpoint there. Alright, so you can see right now it's moving our character ID 2 over into the process, offset 1 EO, and 2 is Raiden. So we'll start from 0 and just work our way up to 6. Alright, all that looks good, so I'll be back in about 10 minutes here. I have to do something. I have to reel the hose up. Alright, I'm back. We had about a 100-foot garden hose that was sprawled out across the grass. Forgot about it. Alright, so we've got our bios over on the graphic side. Big win, big win. So we can do bigger things now, like this tower redesign. I'd really like to redesign that tower for the large portraits. Alright, so that's great. Alright, what's next? What's next? Got a few more minutes. Alright. Yeah, Ryan, let me hook up your roll. There you go, Ryan. Yeah. Alright, so, let's see here. We have, Well, it'd be nice if we can have some kind of like, shared, document on, can you share stuff on Discord for, like, documents? Like a change log or something, stuff like that. That'd be kind of neat. You know, I don't think Abyssus. I don't think we could do the animated versus screens just because the way it's up there, Drew. The way they're made is they're made to take up pretty much all the assets. It seems like with all the palettes, like it's. I mean, we could try it. I just hate to put in some work. And just to have it not work. But I guess what we can do. Yeah, we got the bookmarks, so we can probably easily do a real quick test. That would be really cool to have animated versus screen images rather than the still ones. Another one of those things, like what were they thinking? Alright, so let me find the portrait array. And see, let's go up here. Maybe I got it already identified here. Let's see, portraits. Let's do a Alright, portrait selected. Versus screen portraits, beautiful. Alright, so let's go over here and let's take a look at those, and that was what? CCEO. And that's this portion right here. So we can put a breakpoint on that. Switch you guys the screens there so you can see. Okay. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna go to FFBB 5BDO. Alright, so we want to go up a little bit further than that if we want to. Alright, so the problem here is we're doing some calls when we're doing this portrait thing. So what we would have to do is just jump right in here and jump over a bunch of that stuff. Probably right here. Alright, so this is where it's loading it. So if we were to go to FFB9, let's go to that address, FFDC B900, and that is B9720. Alright, so that's that. So what we would need is we need get PC into A7, add 60H into A7, move A7 into A12, and jump to I got array bio stories, or we can play biography. We're gonna have to chop that up a little bit. Let's do this. Let's copy that. Let's do a breakpoint on that, and we should have. Yeah, we got our other breakpoint, so we can. Alright, so I think we are going to be down here. Okay, yeah, so this is where, let's see, that's the name, so this is processing the name. It's processing the story. I want to reload that. Alright, so breakpoint there. Okay, we got this. F7FO, I think that's going to do the second part of this story, I believe. We'll thumb through that though real fast just to see. Process string header, process story. Yep, that's the second half. This is going to be the name call out right here. And I see there's a delay before the videos even come up. What's up there, Martin? Alright, so we've got how come all the guys in Discord that aren't a developer say they're offline? Alright, so here's where it's pulling our, let's put a breakpoint there. And this is our return. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so let's get this right here. Gotta jump to, well, we should probably document this real fast. In the BIOS category here, let's do routine. Play bio images, and that's going to be FFDE AB40 EXGPC jump. Character ID expected to be in A8 and position in A10. Alright, so just for tests we can do like, we can clear A8 and I guess we can put the position in there for center screen would be fine. And then from there we'll jump to play bio images, FFDE AB40, yep, that's right, okay. Yeah, let me hold on. I've got to edit channel, tested permissions. We've got alright, so Alright, so that should get us going. If we... Alright, so where we would hook, just for test purposes, we'll go FFDC, B900, and we're just going to load one. We can do player one character just for tests into A8. And it's going to load it there. Alright. Alright, so let's go over here, let's patch this in, and let's see what happens. FFDC, B900, hopefully we'll have an animated image here. And just so I don't forget, I'm going to put move character into AO. That is our replicated bytes, so we can revert if we want to revert. So we're not gonna jump to return because that's gonna cause issues probably. We're gonna jump to FFDC BA20. Alright, so where else to put this except for at the very beginning of the ROM? That's awesome. Alright, so we've got our jump CO80, 0, FF80. It's awesome. Alright, let's try this out. The plan is to get one working, and then we'll see if two will work without causing problems. I'm not sure it will, but I mean, quick little 5-10 minute test is worth it, I guess. Alright, so first I'm gonna put a breakpoint. Make sure we're good. Gonna jump here. BA20. No, I see what it did there. I see what it was. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to spawn a process for that. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll jump to routine. We'll just do a quick 100 into A1. Do versus screen. What happened there was it was running it was running linear in the process, so it wouldn't continue until the video got done. interesting. These things are drawn at a different, in a different manner than a regular sprite. Wonder if it's something to do with the. Well, I got an idea here. Let me see. Alright, so what we're going to do is take a little bit closer look at that routine.
Raiden. Raiden. Raiden.
Alright, let me see. Hold on, guys. I'm kind of going left and right here trying to. Permissions. Permissions. Let's see. How do I. Permissions. Let me see. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. Hold on, hold on. Alright, let's see. Invite permissions. Everyone. Alright, now try that. The folks at the over in the Discord, try that out. Alright, yeah, let me know how you guys, how that channel is now. Alright, so we've got, we've got that. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Sorry, so, so we have, we probably have something going on here in the original, routine that we have to probably account for on the versus screen. Because honestly, we're loading almost the same amount of assets with the background and stuff on the bio screen, so that should be a problem.
Raiden.
Maybe that's why there's such a delay in it. Could be. That's so awesome to see that graphic address rather than the program address for where these things reside now. So 109B650 is a factor.
Raiden.
So this is reading that image header right here I was telling you about 17 bytes worth. Raiden. Raiden. So this is creating like a box. I wonder if this box is supposed to be behind it. Let's try to see what this is doing here. Actually, this looks like a fade routine. It's fading in. This looks really familiar. It's like a fade routine. Take the value in A9, which is 1A. 1A, and that's going to be a darkening step. Yeah, that's what that is. Let's define that. Probably in the draw or the video related. And kind of the same thing, huh? And that is C9, C4BO, and as a thread, and it's 3002 is the instance. And A11 equals brightening or darkening steps. And what else we have? A8. Alright, so we'll leave that at that, so we know what that is. So I don't think that's it. 3002 hitbox or palettes. Fade.
Raiden.
Alright, so BE60, yeah, that's gonna fade in. So let's do that. Let's put in the BE. Alright, so that's not related to, so we're playing everything in here. So what is it that's possibly being set up that we're not setting up? Or is there something on the original versus screen that's causing havoc that we have to... I don't see much difference here. We have strings, we have background. Well, the only difference I do see is the fact that this has a background on it, and I'm willing to bet that that is just a background. The background color there, that black. So if we were to change that to a different color, it'd probably change with it. Yeah, 1120, which is this one here. So we'll change it to neon green. Yeah, and there's that 1 pixel I said that we were off by a little bit. You can see it's showing up right there. So maybe that's it. Maybe we have to put that on. We can't put that over a layer. Also, I'm interested in seeing this background refresh flag here. Okay, so that is enabled. All right. So if we were to take we already tried this. So if we take off these stage layers. Alright, got another idea here. Alright, so that is FFCB, PCBO, that's that, and if we go into, and just totally jump out of this stage loading routine, we'll do 0960. And we still got, so it's not the layers. It's not the layers, it's not the layers. Alright. You know what? What I didn't try there was BP player 6, we don't need that. 7, let's turn on background refresh. Okay. It's getting there. So let's refresh that and oops, that's what I was about to do. Let's do 0960 here. We'll save that, and then we'll do a save state of 7. So with background refresh on, we get a little bit better. Still kind of
Raiden.
That's odd. 10:30. Okay. 10:21. 10. Okay. So we're good there. All right. So we'll stop for tonight. Gotta work in the morning, so we're gonna stop here. Hopefully we get at least one bio video working correctly. That way we can duplicate and try to get two and see how it's gonna work. Might work well on MAME, might not work well on machine. We'll just have to find out, but it would be kind of cool to get that working. So, alright, so that's it for tonight. Continue hopefully tomorrow. So I hope you like the stream, and I'll see you guys later.